Steiner Ranch versus River Place. Why would you want to live in one versus the other? I mean, they have so many things in common. They're in the same part of town. They both have hill country views, lake access, and 18-hole golf courses. Well, I'm going to give you all the differences so you can make the decision on which one best fits for you. I'm going to tell you the best and worst things about living in each one of them and compare the two. So let's get going on River Place and Steiner Ranch comparisons. Hi, I'm Nicole Cooper. My team and I get calls and emails from people just like you needing help moving in and around Austin, Texas, and we sure do love it. So whether you're looking to move today, tomorrow, or somewhere in between, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. Steiner Ranch and River Place are west of Austin. You head out 2222 and you're going to hit River Place first. Steiner Ranch is after, and that means that Steiner Ranch is upriver on the Colorado from River Place. So you have Lake Travis that curves around, you're going to have a big dam, and then after the dam it turns into Lake Austin. It's all the Colorado River, but it has different names depending on which section you're in. So once it starts as the town lake, or Lake Austin I should say, first you're going to hit Steiner Ranch, and then as it curves around, then you will hit River Place, and if you follow it further down into town, you're going to hit the Hula Hut and the next dam, and after that dam, it turns into Town Lake. But it's all the Colorado River that runs west to east in the larger Travis County area. As for the details on each community, the size of the homes in each community are pretty similar, averaging around 3,500 square feet, and the lots, they're kind of around a third of an acre. But the prices on average are going to be a little bit higher in River Place. They just start a little bit higher because they typically have views everywhere in the neighborhood, almost everywhere, and at the Steiner Ranch there's some places that are just don't have much views and they're pretty interior, stuck close together. So there's going to be a few more lower priced homes on the Steiner Ranch side. Now, if we're talking equal views, then that's different. Steiner Ranch may gain a little bit more value there because of the amenities. For median sale price, median close price that is, in River Place it's $1,120,000, and in Steiner it's $831,850. So you can find homes a little bit cheaper in Steiner Ranch than you can in River Place. Lastly, let's talk schools. They both feed into the Leander ISD and Vandegrift High School, but the elementary and middle schools are completely different. In Steiner Ranch, there are 3 elementary schools. Remember, it's a lot bigger, so they need more access to elementary schools. And those elementary schools are Steiner Ranch Elementary, Laura Welch Bush Elementary, and River Ridge Elementary. And those schools all score an A per texasschools.gov. Steiner Ranch getting a 90 and the other 2 getting a 97 out of 100. As far as the elementary school on the River Place side, it is called River Place Elementary, and per texasschools.gov, they only get an 83. So that, if you have small children, that may be pretty important to you as to which elementary school your child feeds into. As far as the middle schools go, in Steiner, they feed to Canyon Ridge Middle School, and that gets a 92 out of 100. And in River Place, it feeds into 4 Points Middle School that gets an 86 out of 100. Again, they both feed into Vandegrift High School, and that gets a 93 out of 100 on texasschools.gov. Here, let's jump into the map and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so here we are into the map. This is downtown Austin, and this is Steiner Ranch right here in that dotted area, and River Place is going to be right here. And as you can see, this blue line that runs west to east, it's very curvy, of course, but this is the Colorado River, all the way through the hill country, down to downtown Austin, and through to and out the east side. So up in this portion up here, this is Lake Travis. Once it goes below this dam, then it's called Lake Austin. Then once it goes through this dam over here at Redbud Isle, this part is called Town Lake over on that part. But it's all the Colorado River, and it is one of the best parts of living in Travis County and Austin proper, because you have somewhere to go boating, swimming, paddle boarding, and have those just beautiful views over top of it. And this little outlined part here is River Place. So you can see they're both tucked in between the Lake Travis portion up here, the larger body of water up here, and the Colorado River on the south side. So that leads to our first part of what we're going to compare today, and that is access and where it is. So River Place, you're going to get to quicker than you're going to get to Steiner Ranch from downtown Austin. River Place is about 16 miles out of town, where Steiner Ranch is about 19 miles out of town. On River Place here, the main difference on River Place is there's an entrance into the community here off of 2222, but you can also leave the community out the back over here and go through Westminster Glen, and that'll put you closer to town on 2222. Now Steiner Ranch, on the other hand, you have to go all the way out 2222, and then you hit 620 here, and that's the only access point into Steiner Ranch is from this 620 highway here. Now you can enter on the main Quinlan Park, and there's another one over here by Steiner Ranch Steakhouse, but both of those dump out onto 620, and that's the only way into town to get to the 2222 that brings you in to Austin right here. And so that would be a benefit of living in River Place, is if traffic was terrible out here on 2222, that it can happen at rush hour times, you can scoot out the back side of the neighborhood and bypass a lot of that traffic, where it gets you almost up to 360. Now let's talk about the size of the two. Steiner Ranch is about 5 times bigger than River Place. In River Place, there are about 1,100 homes with about 2,000 residents. In Steiner Ranch, there's about 5,867 homes with about 17,000 residents. Steiner Ranch is on 4,600 acres. So that's one of the main differences between Steiner Ranch and River Place. Steiner Ranch is huge. It's 5 times bigger. River Place is a little bit more quaint. You're going to have kind of one community feel in River Place, whereas in Steiner Ranch, you have communities within the community. And what that means is Steiner Ranch is a huge master plan community all under the big umbrella HOA of Steiner Ranch, and that includes all the amenities therein and the water structure, the municipal utility district, all those things. But then within Steiner Ranch, you have little pocket communities, and they will have their own HOAs as well. So in some places within Steiner Ranch, you're going to be paying double HOAs. You're going to be paying the smaller HOA for your particular community, and then the larger umbrella HOA for all of the larger amenities and utilities and things like that. So you just need to know on the front end which HOAs you're going to be paying and how much more if you're in a community within the community. And River Place doesn't have that. They have one gated community within the larger community, whereas Steiner Ranch has many other gated communities within the larger community. Now, speaking of communities, both areas and both country clubs and both HOAs are very community centric. They try to include all ages, sizes, lifestyles. They have activities all year round to make it very inclusive and easy to make new friends within the community, and they're both very similar in that regard. So let's talk about the amenities, where I'm going to try to compare as best I can one-on-one. So Steiner Ranch has the UT Golf Club. River Place has the River Place Golf Club. The UT Golf Club is just over 7,400 yards long, and the River Place Golf Course is just over 6,600 yards long. UT Golf was built in 2003. River Place was built in 1984. Currently, the initiation for the UT Golf Club for full membership is $85,000 initiation fee, and for River Place Golf, for the full membership, it's $10,000 initiation fee. Along with the golf amenities on the Steiner Ranch UT Club side, you have multiple swimming pools, 7 parks, you have hiking trails, 3 soccer fields, you have indoor and outdoor tennis courts, you have a fitness center, dog park, And I'm going to show you a picture of the hiking trails for the Steiner Ranch area. As for the River Place amenities, they have similar access, but just not as many, right? Because it's just a smaller community. So they have the swimming pool, they have the tennis courts, fitness center, they have soccer fields and a couple of parks, but they have a hiking trail there that is kind of people drive around to actually go to that. The Steiner Ranch has more miles of it altogether because it's just a bigger community, but the trail at the River Place is one that people come to. It's called Panther Hollow, and I'll show you that on the map here too. Okay, and just to give you the bird's eye view of both areas here, this is the satellite view, so you can see the trails. So this is the UT side of things here, and this is the River Place side of things here. And this whole section in the middle is Greenbelt Canyon Reserve. So you can imagine how many trails run through there that are just kind of, you know, off the record trails. And then you have your River Place Nature Trail entrance here. And you have, as I can zoom in here, you can see all these little footpath trails all throughout that space. So it's a great place to go hiking and take your dogs in for a walk and such like that from either side. All right, let's talk about the homes in the two communities and how they differ. Generally speaking, the homes on River Place are going to have just a little bit more difference than the homes in the Steiner Ranch area. The Steiner Ranch area has a certain style, and they kind of, I'd say they match a little bit more to each other. And the Steiner Ranch side are going to be a little bit newer, and that's mainly because the community was built a little bit later. Generally speaking, these communities around golf courses start to flourish after the golf course was built. The River Place golf course was built in the 80s, and so most of the homes in the River Place community, most of them were built in the 90s. The UT Golf Club was built in 2003, so most of the homes in the Steiner Ranch side are built in the early 2000s or mid 2000s. So you're going to have just a bit newer construction on the Steiner Ranch side overall. Now, there's one caveat in that there's a small pocket that just started building in River Place, a new milestone community, and they're under construction as we speak. And this hasn't happened in decades in River Place. The only time you'd find a new construction in River Place is if a home burned down or got in such disrepair that they tore something down and built something new. So this particular community, they have 5 homes available right now. It's the Milestone River Place M Signature Series, and they are listed from $1,800,000 to $1,950,000, and they're in excess of 3,500 square feet. So it just depends how big you want it as to where the price tag fits. But it's a little pocket towards the front of the neighborhood, and it has trees and green space all around it, so it's going to have just as beautiful views as the rest of River Place. All right, just to show you the differences in the golf courses and kind of the topography that's there. The University of Texas Golf Club is the one at Steiner. This is the back of the clubhouse there, patio for dining and things. This is looking down on the 18th green, and yes, they do have burnt orange golf carts for the University of Texas. This is the front entry to the club right there. So you do have those big panoramic views out over the lake in some parts, but it's distant views to the lake from there. Here's the River Place Country Club. You can see the clubhouse there set up on the hill. Here's one of the holes. You can see the houses, how they line the hilltops in the back. I'll show you one more example of that here a little bit closer. So you can see the kind of the difference in how the houses relate to the golf course. On the UT Club side or the Steiner Ranch side, the houses are right up on the golf course where the fences are right at the tee boxes and things. And here at River Place, the houses are a little bit further back for the most part, up on the hillside, looking down onto the golf communities. Overall, the views and the homes on the River Place side are a little bit more unique than on the Steiner Ranch side. I mean, after all, the main street in the River Place side is called Big View Drive, that is. So I'll show you a picture of what that looks like. Steiner Ranch, River Place, both beautiful communities with different nuances. One is going to be better for you than another. I would love to know what you thought is important to you, what you liked more than the other, or which one you couldn't live with. Please comment below. I answer them all myself personally, and I would love to know your opinion of Steiner versus River Place. We've got hill country views, luxury homes, beautiful golf courses, and amenities and hiking trails galore. There are tiny nuances that I've pointed out today between each one of them. And if you want to know more about each community or see a house in person, then give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're always available to help you find the perfect home that matches your lifestyle. And until then, I hope to see you around town.